We wish to confirm to Kenyans what exactly is going to be or what is supposed to be. And therefore, with the blessings of our IG and the National Police Command, I would want to personally inform Kenyans what is supposed of them come tomorrow. And this, therefore, I just want to put it very clear that we are in receipt of two requests that came late yesterday and today in the morning. One from Azimio La Umoja, one Kenya, and one from businessmen Nairobi community. They all intended to have different aspects of demonstrations, which Azimio One Kenya intended to have a maandamano mass demonstration, and the businessmen as well intended to have a peaceful demonstration against the same. But for the public interest, I just want to inform you that both of them did not meet the thresholds of the law, and therefore their requests were declined. Both of them did not meet the threshold of the law, and their requests were declined. And therefore I want just to inform public that it has come to the attention of the National Police Service that the Azimio Coalition and the business community of Nairobi, Kenya, it has come to the attention of the National Police Service that Azimio Coalition One Kenya plans to hold a demonstration within Nairobi County on Monday, 20th March 2023. As a law enforcement agency or institution, I want to put it very clear. We are hereby guided by the provision of the Constitution of Kenya, 2010, of the shared mandate of the National Police Service, Kenya, whereby we have the services of Kenya Police Service, Administration Police Service, and the Directorate of the Investigation, which is to protect life and property, maintain law and order, and preserve peace. That is the mandate of the National Police Service. The Constitution, under Article 37, provides that every person has the right peacefully and unarmed. I want you to note that. Peacefully and unarmed. To convene or to assemble, to demonstrate, to picket, and petition to the public authorities. If they have any authority, any petition, you want to picket, you have all those privileges, all rights are stipulated very clearly by the laws of this land. However, I want to put it very clear, as much as you are allowed to do all those underlined, the Public Order Act 2012, Section 5, Subsection 2, provides that any person intending to convene any meeting or a public procession shall notify the regulating officer of such intent at least 3 days, but not more than 14 days, before the proposed date of the public meeting or procession. I want to take note of that. You are supposed to notify police in 3 days so that they are aware of what is your intent. That is by mentioning the place, time, and the intention of your procession, picketing, or whatever the exercise mentioned hereby. Therefore, any person that will participate in the planned demonstration is notified to do so peacefully as guided by the Constitution of Kenya and any other supporting legal framework. If you fall under the stipulated regulation, as I've mentioned, then you're allowed. We wish to assure all Kenyans, and persons of goodwill within the city of Nairobi that we have taken appropriate security measures to ensure public safety and freedom of movement to all Kenyans. Come tomorrow. We promise Kenyans, and we wish to inform them as well, that we are ready to secure their lives and property. Come tomorrow. However, we hereby caution that any person that will preach the peace or break the law during the procession shall be dealt with decisively accordingly to the law. I want that to be noted very clear. However, we hereby caution that any person that will preach the peace or break the law during the procession shall be dealt with decisively accordingly to the law. And this therefore informs very clear that any other person who meets the threshold of the Public Order Act of 2012 shall be allowed to process, to picket, or in any case or the other, is allowed at the same time to serve any intent to the authorities of the government. But if you don't meet those thresholds, which as at now, as I speak here, none of those intending to participate tomorrow have met the thresholds of Public Order Act of 2012. And that therefore, it is very clear within the law what is supposed of any other person of goodwill to this country, of goodwill to the city of Nairobi, to ensure that he or she complies with the law. He or she is binded by the law. And therefore, our statement stands unguided by the law as stipulated in the Constitution of this country. Thank you very much. And maybe for the purposes of public understanding, they have to understand that as we are guided by all what we do, and because of the social media that mention and maybe underline some areas like State House, people invading, or areas of concern, I want to put very clear that it is covered by laws of Kenya, chapter 204 of the laws of Kenya. First schedule, go and read, well underlined. What are restricted areas? What are those restricted areas? Those are areas that are not, or no person who is not authorized is allowed to get entry to. So I want Kenyans to be guided, to be informed by the law, not by persons of personal interest, so that we remain as a country, because this is our country. We should be guided and understand the law. There are areas that are restricted and you are not allowed, either peacefully or by other means, to enter that place without express authority. That is it. And I want again to tell Kenyans of goodwill within the city, those who are doing business, those who are going for duty, that tomorrow is business as usual. We as National Police Service, we shall perform our mandate as guided, and I will repeat this, by the law. And we have to accommodate and tolerate each other as citizens of this country. I'm saying this because people may have fear just because of the social media means of communication. I want to assure Kenyans that we are in charge of the security of the city and nothing is left unattended. As I say that, that is to confirm the message and information from our Inspector General down to the scale of the police service as we perform our duties.